Hello everybody and welcome back. My name's Johnny Lee and this is my new YouTube channel, and today I'm going to make some jugs to fish with. And before I do that, I'm going to put some meat on the smoker. I'm going to smoke a tomahawk steak, some ribeye pork chops, and some salmon. And let me go ahead and get that started, and then I'll be right back with a video. I got some coho salmon. I got it on sale today for $4.60. I bought 5 packs of these fish. But I'm gonna put them on the grill. I'm gonna smoke them. And I'm gonna use orange pepper to season them with. I've also got a jumbo pack of ribeye pork chops. They're thick cut and they're pretty cheap. So I figured I'd get a pack and I'd put them on the smoker. I'm gonna use salt and pepper on these. And I also got a T-bone, or should I say a tomahawk steak. That little piece of meat, or should I say that bone, was probably expensive. But when I put it on the grill or on the smoker, I'm gonna use salt and pepper on it, nothing else. So I'm gonna open these up, dry them out, pat them dry, whatever. I'll season these with coarse kosher salt. I'm gonna put some black pepper. Putting these on the same pan as that fish may not be a good idea, but that's what I'm going to do anyway. Oh well. Oh, well. A lot of people don't like that fat, but I do. So what's left is going to stay on there. Alrighty everybody, meat's on the smoker. I'm looking for a medium rare. And I know the fish will be done before the rest of the meat is, so I'll have to keep a close eye on this. I set the smoker at 185. I'm gonna let it smoke for about 30-40 minutes. Then I'll come back over here and I'll adjust and do what I need to do. I'll crank the heat up on it. Hopefully I'll have a good dinner here after a while. I've got 20 1-gallon milk jugs. Now I carry a Tennessee Sportsman's license. I'm allowed 50 jugs. And the boys that's going to be with me are allowed 50 jugs apiece. So that'll be 150 jugs if I want to use that many. That's a lot of jugs to fish with. But I'm going to start out with 20 today. I'm going to build them up. I'm going to use 1/4 ounce sinkers, 6/0 hooks, 5/0 hooks, 3/0 hooks, and 4/0 hooks. I'm going to use the Circle C's on all of them, except for maybe 10 and 15, which I don't know what that is right here, but them are not circle hooks. All-purpose live and chunk bait. But I'm going to start out with 5 3-foot leads, and I'm going to use 5 5-foot leads. I'm using 100-pound test braided twine, and once I get the jugs built, I'm going to fill them up about 1/4 way to halfway full of water. That way the wind and the current won't carry them away too fast. Now the leaders are going to be 3 foot, 5 foot, and 10 foot. And the purpose of that is, at nighttime, catfish will come to the surface to feed. And hopefully, feed on what I've got to offer them. Alright, I've got a couple tied here. And I'm just going to open the lid. I'm going to feed that line in there like that. I'm going to put the lid back on it for now. Probably best to wet the line because it's stiff and it's hard to work with. You don't have to be fancy with this. Make sure your knots are tight. Alright, there's 3 of them down. Hooked up. Now these hooks are like $1.85 a pack. Sinker the same. These here got 8. The 3/0 has 8 to a pack. Now the only thing about jug fishing, you got people got tendencies to go out there and if they see them, they run them, they steal them, or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and I can do this, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is my last hook from my last jug for tonight. This here is a number 8. No, this here is a 6/0. Now, I've never used circle hooks, and I've never used hooks this big. I've always used the number 2 eagle claw. They say a circle hook is better because when a fish picks it up, bites down on it, it turns. And then when they pull on it, it sets them in the corner of the jaw or the mouth. But we'll find out. I need about 25, 30 more jugs now. I've got 20. Now the next thing I need to do, I've got to get a black Sharpie and put my TWRA ID number on it, license number, because they're not going to get my address and my name or some heathen out there to get a hold of. Ram it down in there. When I get my name or my ID on it, I'll put it up somewhere along the side of the jug. Then I'll take either fingernail polish or some kind of clear coat paint and put over it so the Sharpie won't come off, which it shouldn't anyway, but just to be on the safe side, because I don't need a big ticket. But there they are. Now I'm gonna clean this mess up, and then I am going to make a catfish bait. And I've never used this bait. I've always heard about it. I don't know what the hype is about it, but we will find out. Okay, I'm gonna make some catfish bait here. I don't know how well it works. But I'm gonna use some cherry Kool-Aid. And what I've got in this bowl right here, they say mix a little water, but I have got pure melted down lard. And I'm gonna mix this Kool-Aid in it. It's supposed to be in cherry. That was more like a grape. I think they might have had that in marker on. I ain't liking that now. Supposed to be in cherry Kool-Aid. What is this? Same thing. Well, I guess we're going great. I don't know if the red on the cherry Kool-Aid draws the fish's attention because they do see red. But I do know that's not cherry. I'm gonna set that right here. Now I'm gonna use our more cheese frank. I'm gonna cut 2 of them up. I ain't gonna waste a bunch of something I can make a hot dog with here in a few minutes, not knowing if they're gonna work or not. But here we go. Maybe a 3/4 inch, half inch, whatever. We'll cut them up. We'll put them in there. Well, marinade. And they say put some garlic powder in it. So we're gonna do that. Don't know how much. Don't guess it matters. But there we are. I think I might put another one in there. Well, it's turning red. Sure enough, it didn't come out red. Now I'm gonna let this right here soak, marinate in this. Put some more garlic powder in it. I guess the red cherry gives them something to see. With the weenies already pink, but it'll turn white once it's soaking in that water in the river. And I guess the garlic is giving them something to go by on the smell. Now, like I said, I ain't never used this, but people swear by it. So, let's see what happens. My next thing I'm gonna do is make some limb lines, and I believe I'm gonna make them like 5 foot long, 6 foot long. On my limb lines, I'm gonna use that hook right here at the 4/0. I've never used these type of hooks of any kind like this before. I've always used long shank. But I'm gonna put 25 limb lines out. And I'm gonna use these hooks on every one of them. So, I'm gonna make my limb lines. I was gonna get a stick and wrap it around it, but I've come up with something else I'm gonna try. I'm gonna cut little slots in here. Go around it. See, I'm gonna put the, as you can see, I'm gonna put the line right there, the hook. The line's gonna be down in there. Okay, I got my limb lines done. I like about 15 more, but I'll get to them later. I like about 15 more jugs, having 50. But for now, I'm good. The part's done. Now I'm going over here to the smoker and check on my food and see how it's doing. The steaks are done. The jugs are finished. The limb lines are finished. Now I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna fix some potatoes to go with this while it rests. And make sure y'all turn your notifications on and you're following and follow along with me, because the next video coming up will be seeing if we can catch some catfish on these lines and these jugs. So I'll see you then, and have a good day.